Alright, YouTube fam. It's that time, boys and girls. I have here all the votes from Instagram, Facebook Messenger, YouTube, or not through YouTube because comments are still disabled because, well, guys, quickly, YouTube disables comments on videos featuring minors. It's to protect the minors. A lot of my videos have had my kids in it, riding, crashing, and it's just a step that YouTube has taken to protect minors, and until they get something figured out, the comments are going to be temporarily disabled. So, I mean, hopefully it doesn't last too much longer. Without further ado, guys, I do want to get to the plans for this YZ250, and I mean, a lot of you guys have been hitting me up. Like I said, Facebook, Instagram's been the primary one. Both, I put up a photo, said go vote there. A lot of people took it the extra mile to hit me up in Messenger and DM me their votes. I've gotten email votes at londonmex@gmail.com. I've gotten so many votes, guys. It took me hours to compile them. I have them all down finally. And so, now we're just going to write down all the numbers. This is in no way how they ranked, but we're going to start from where I just started, okay? So, FMX got 462 votes. We got, we'll go with Motard. Motard got a respectable 812. Then we went to Straight Rhythm Supercross bike. So, I'm going to do SRSX4. This is pretty good, actually. 1,291 votes for that. That's a lot of people who are actually, they want to see this bike on Straight Rhythm. I would too, but we're going to keep going here. Sand Dunes bike. So we're going to put Sand. Only 280 you guys pulled together on the sand bike. Hill Climber. I'm just going to put HC. Hill Climber. We only have 440. Let's see. And on Woods and Enduro. This is impressive here, guys. So, a Woods/Enduro bike. We have, get this, 2,263 votes for a Woods Enduro bike. Wow. Like, so obviously there's a lot of number here, guys. This took me a long time to go through this many votes and then put them into a category, get it finished up so I could show you guys how your votes came out. Thank you to every one of you guys who got involved. I mean, that's what I said, get involved. Let me know what you want to see this pig do. And finally, we have come to a Woods Enduro bike. Now, this decision was finalized about a week ago. And then that's when I started doing all my parts orders, knowing that exactly now what we're going to be doing with this thing, I need to know what parts to order. And obviously, the London Mix channel has always had the backing from some truly amazing companies. And I haven't, like, no doubt in my head at all that you guys are going to be so stoked with how this thing comes out. And I am too, that we are actually going to put this thing up to quite a bit of a challenge I don't think you guys would ever imagine. So now that you guys know the fate of the 2000 YZ250, and yes, believe it or not, this whole time I've been saying it's a 2001. It is in fact a 2000 YZ250. I checked the VIN number. The 10th digit is a Y, which the easiest way to remember that is Y2K, year 2000, and this thing's a 2000. No real big difference between 2000 and 2001, so I mean, it's not like it was that far off, but either way, guys. So now we know exactly what we're going to be doing with this pig. We're going to turn this thing into a Woods and Enduro bike. Now, if you guys are like, oh man, that's not what I picked, I don't want to see this build, hang on a second, because I'm telling you what, guys, what we're going to do with this bike afterwards is absolutely going to have you guys pumped up. So, I'm not going to break that news to you guys, though, until this bike is done, because there's a lot of prep work that we have to do on this thing in order to get it to do the type of Enduro Woods bike riding that we're going to be doing with it. And I said "we're" for a reason. There are going to be 4 other guys, maybe even 5 other guys going with me to race this bike. I wonder if you guys can guess what it is that requires 6 riders and Huh, it's an enduro race, woods race. Interesting. Yeah, quite interesting. I bet you, some of you guys can guess, some of you can't. But either way, guys, this thing is going to be built to the T of perfection. More, definitely more than a 2000 YZ250 deserves. But I tell you what, guys, I got grease on my cheek. And this thing is going to be absolutely nuts. Amazing. So, sponsors like RockyMountainATVMC.com on board. They want to see this thing race. Obviously, Wrench Rabbit, Hot Camps, Hot Rods, Vertex, Pivot Works, All Balls. We're going to get Aeromoto up on this thing. We're going to get Polysport involved on this thing. We're going to get every rock guard, every brush guard, every piece of everything that we can get to protect this thing. Because what we're going to put it through is going to be hellacious, and I cannot wait, because this bike, guys, it needs to hold up. It needs to hold up for the 6 racers on this thing. Maybe 5, but 5 to 6 racers. So we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of suspension work to do, front and rear. Obviously, the motor has to be just top notch. We need the best tires on this thing, the best suspension, the best motor, and in order for 5 to 6 guys to ride it, it needs to be a very comparable feel to everyone, you know, so everyone on the crew needs to like the bars, like the brakes, like the suspension, because if not, it might not go very good. So this is by far going to be the biggest London Mix challenge here, guys, to get a bike to just take the ultimate beating and make it look good at the same time. I'm up for the challenge. If you guys are up to watch the challenge go down, make sure and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like this video, because there's so much time, guys, that goes into making these. And like, look at that. That's all of our parts, guys. That's all the parts. I mean, that's not even half of the parts that we're still expecting for this thing, but the companies that are coming through for this are amazing, and you guys are going to be there every step of the way. And thank you guys so much for your support. But we got a lot of work to do. We need to tear this thing down. We need to get this frame, this frame. We need to get that thing ready to send out to powder coating. We need to get the suspension, obviously, have something to do with that rear shock. Don't know if we're going to use a rear shock. We're definitely not going to use the front forks because they're rotting away, as you guys have seen in past videos. If you're done hearing me talk, then let's just take some parts off this bike, get it ready to send out, because the faster I get this thing done, the faster we can get to test and tune and get this thing on the track. All right, guys, so here I have sprawled out all the parts that we are so far have accumulated. Want to give a huge shout out, obviously, to RockyMountainATVMC.com. Without this seriously would not be able to be done, especially with the beauty that's going to be in the end. And of course, the Wrench Rabbit, guys. Wrench Rabbit I've been involved with for years. I put several hundred hours on all their kits, and they're always just amazing quality. Obviously, inside your kit, you're going to get some Vertex gaskets, and these things are always packed so amazingly so they don't get banged around in shipping. Throw that trash to the side. Yeah, guys, so we got new hot rods crank in here, the whole seal kit for the whole entire motor, water pump repair kit, all of the gaskets to do that, main bearings and seals for both the oil side and stator side, transmission bearings. Definitely going to need all those. You guys saw the state of the transmission and the pièce de résistance, B size, so it's a 66.35 piston. And as you guys can see, it's 250cc 99 through 2019. So I mean, it's this is the best Vertex offers on a piston. So our engine is going to be nice and brand new with brand new cylinder. All bearings are brand new. So that engine, for all intents and purposes, is going to be brand new. All balls came through in a big way, guys. They got us all the steering head tube kits, brake master cylinder repair kits, swing arm repair kit, linkage repair kit. Let's see, what is this? Another master cylinder. So we have front and rear master cylinder kit rebuild. This is a carburetor rebuild kit. Every gasket, jet, bolt, O-ring, you name it, comes in that kit. We got, let's see, steering head tube. This is an adapting one. This is for, because we're going to be changing out the forks and triple clamps, so it's an adaptive bearing. All Balls makes some awesome cables, guys. These things have the loom over it because you know a lot of these run right next to the exhaust pipe. So they put on the protective loom to guard it from the heat of the exhaust. And then a brand new clutch cable. Obviously really good quality also. And then yeah, Rocky Mountain crushed it with their whole tusk line that they offer for this bike, guys. They sent it on over. So we're talking about the Typhoon rear disc, the oversized front brake rotor kit, and that does, because I know a lot of you are asking, does it come with the mount? Comes with the mount. So we can oversize our front brake rotor. And this is the CR style brake line, so it doesn't loop under like the OEM does. Show you guys what I'm talking about here. So OEM came down the fork here into this guide, loops under, does another big loop, and comes down to the banjo, and that design was just no good at all. So they have a CR style brake routing kit that like mounts it like how traditionally most bikes are done these days. So that'll power that front Typhoon brake rotor kit nicely. Obviously all the hardware for putting in our new rotors, new chain, and you know we're going to be running enduro, boys and girls, so we're going to need all the protection we can get. So they sent over their Billet rear disc guard. We have some nice Billet levers here. Billet brake lever with the case saver on it. Same thing with the shifter. Bead locks. I thought this was pretty cool. Billet gas cap. This kill button just had me so intrigued. So it's a kill button, but it fits on your clutch perch. So instead of having a whole other kill button, like a gap for a kill button, and you put that there, they make a really cool one where you just mount the kill button on your clutch lever. So it kind of does away with a little bit more controls and things to confuse up on your handlebars. This is a bolt for the air filter. This is for the brake, front brake. It's just a, I forget what they call it. Yeah, it's a rotating bar clamp. So it's got the little plastic grommet in there, so if you ever take a fall on your front brake, it's not going to break your lever. It slides a little bit better on the bar. And then reservoir caps, oil fill cap. Guys, we are absolutely getting dialed in on this bike, and it's, I mean, we have obviously best sprockets coming, brand new Dunlop tires coming for this thing. We need to send out this suspension ASAP Rocky and get this stuff fixed because it is bad. Not sure what I'm going to do about foot pegs yet, if I'm just going to restore these ones or if I want to get new ones, because I really do like the Tusk line of billet foot pegs. Those work really good. I might try something like that. But guys, like I said, we got a lot to do. Got to get this thing stripped down. Robert's over here. He's going to give me a hand, but we need to get this thing ready to send out to powder coat, get the frame ready for powder coat, swing arm ready for powder coat. We have all the rebuild kits for the rear and front brake calipers, along with master cylinders, which, I mean, it looks like Father Time had this stored in his closet, and it's just gone to absolute hell. I did talk to my buddy Andrew Cowan. He's going to be taking the brake reservoirs, or master cylinders. He's going to be vapor blasting them so they look like brand new again. He's also going to take the engine cases that, you know, are just, once again, you guys saw when we took them out. I got them a little bit cleaner since you guys seen them last, but they're still just full of junk. And but I did take a cleaning tool to them, spent some time inside here trying to get them cleaned out, get all that rust out, but some of the pitting is just gnarly. But that's not going to affect any of the performance, but definitely tried to make it look a little bit better than it did. But electrolysis did get a hold of the inside of the combustion chamber there. But Andrew Cowan, check out his YouTube channel. I'll make sure and link it down below in the description. He's going to vapor blast these for us and make them look like brand new. Hopefully he'll be able to get a video of him vapor blasting these things. I need to quickly here remove all the bearings because we have that brand new Wrench Rabbit bearings ready to go in as soon as these cases are done. And then as soon as he gets these things back to me, we can start piecing together an engine, getting the new cylinder on, and get this thing that much closer to ripping again. So without further ado, I'm going to get these bearings out. We're going to package them up, get them sent over to Andrew Cowan, and keep tearing down this pig. So also guys, if you ever are inspecting your engine after tearing it apart, one thing that you do want to take a look at very closely are your shifting forks. These things are the things inside of our transmission that they fit inside little grooves like this, and they simply shift the gears like that. One way that you can tell if these are in good health is you look at them, and then you should see a nice clean finish like this one all the way through. But then you see on this side, there's like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a little burning on just that dog. Doesn't mean that this one's bad, but that's from just shifting under load. And then I'll show you too, like what starts happening shifting under load is now you can see this one has like a line right here from inside the race pushing under load. And it's got on both sides, but this one is not what I'd call bent because I can tell by the dogs here. These are called dog ears, dog tabs. I've heard them called several things. These will start to burn on an edge if the shifting forks are bent. None of these are bent, but this one right here, I did notice on the top, this has been ground down quite a bit. I'm sure you guys can tell even over the camera here. This has a big burn in it, and then you see that the dog ear right there, see how it's like shiny? It's been ground down right there. So after all this work, I would have put the entire engine, the whole engine back together, and then this shifting fork would be bent. That's not good. So unfortunately, I'm gonna need one shifting fork. All right, boys and girls, so got the engine all torn down, all the bearings are removed out of it, ready to send over there to our buddy Andrew. And he's going to vapor blast these things and make them look brand new again. But I am stuck on a conundrum, guys. So, I was thinking there, to me, is nothing way cooler looking than an all black engine with brand new hardware, brand new gaskets where you can see the gasket material coming out. I'll put a little picture here. I mean, check that thing out. Those black engines, I think, look absolutely sick. But Andrew's going to go through all the work getting this thing vapor blasted, which means it's going to look like brand new, showroom condition. I'm like torn if I want to do that anymore. So now that's the next thing you guys need to do. Get over there to Instagram at LendemX and tell me, do we want this thing to be a nice blacked out engine, or do we just want it to look brand spanking new, like off the showroom floor? Get involved, guys. Let me know what you want to do. See where the rashing is happening on these forks, and well, these aren't good forks, so why are you using rubber? You even admitted they're not good forks. Yeah, these things are coming apart, guys. There you go. Get a bigger hammer. I could hear the YouTube fam yelling, "Loosen up the clamp bolts, boys and girls. These are all barely even finger tight. They're loose. This thing is just trying to get past this corrosion right here.
I got one stripped.
We got to pound these things out. Hopefully we don't have to cut them out.
This one's stripped.
That one's stripped?
This top one's stripped.
Oh, heck yeah. Let's go. Punch?
Oh, you got a different hammer. Okay.
Jeez.
Now you know.
Okay, now
God, look at this.
I know.
Look at this. Holy crap.
Oh, yoy, yoy. Yoy, yoy.
That is wicked.
That's what was not letting it come out. Think this thing was roached, guys? Worst bike on Craigslist? Promise you. These go in the dumpster.
Look at that grooving in here.
Yeah. It's for speed.
I haven't been able to loosen this one yet. This one's stripped. This one's stripped.
Well, it's rounded off. You rounded it off.
Well, it's rounded off, yes. But
So cutting disc.
okay. That works.
So, if it doesn't get any better, the bolts are just so ruined and roached that we gotta cut it off with the cutting disc. Not that we should be surprised. The saga continues. Is that, you mean a new wheel?
Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I gotta get some safety goggles.
Get some safety squints on.
For
For the sake of
my
safety.
eyes.
I'll make sure and stand 100 feet away.
Yes.
Behind the blast shield of the number plate.
That looks like it.
Sound a little empty of oil? Hear that
Yeah.
rattle?
Oh yeah.
Well, careful.
The bolt came out that I cut.
Gosh.
I know, is that incredible?
Still nothing. Oh, now it's right on the corrosion.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Just...
Got it. Luckily, those came out.
Those came out.
You didn't have to round out the heads of those. Then again, I don't really want to count my chickens before they hatch, so. All right, boys and girls. So, obviously we got it down, or Robert got it down quite a bit further. Just need to take out the stem, pop out all the races of the head tube bearings, take off rear shock, take apart the swing arm, and get these things ready to send out to powder coat. We are getting so close. I'll zap it, you hold it.
Okay.
Yep. Good guess. The one thing we are keeping from this bike, the works connection frame guards. Everything else, dumpster. So now, bottom shock bolt. Oh my god. They didn't even use the right kind of bolt
In
the bottom of the shock.
seriously?
14, I think, I reckon. And foot pegs off.
But we want him to hold it till we get.
Yeah, foot pegs will be last thing. So, this is the kind of bolt they had in there with this washer. Not, you want a castle style bolt with a flange. Right there is what you want. But this is what they had manufactured for this. Not bad. We're just not surprised anymore because we can't be. Look at what the cat drug in. Tyler Enticknap. So, Tyler Enticknap's here.
What's up?
How you doing? How's the hand, bro?
It's doing all right. It's doing pretty good.
So when are you cleared to ride?
Well, so this is the kicker. I don't know when I'm cleared. So 6 weeks is a checkup.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see if it's healing. The problem is that I broke my scaphoid, and as you can, so the scaphoid is at the end of the thumb joint, and it's this bone that meets the bottom of the thumb joint. It's this little peanut bone right here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only one little blood vein that goes to it, and every single time I move my thumb like this, it like cuts off the blood flow. So that's why it's so slow healing, and that's why I have to demobilize my thumb.
Immobilize it.
Demobilize it, immobilize it.
Immobilize. So you keep good blood flowing to it all the time.
Yeah, and then
You got the BOA system.
yeah, and then but my I get my stitches out later this week. Yeah.
That looks all right though.
Yeah, it looks good.
Nice little seam weld on there.
Yeah, exactly. Dr. Brown hooked it up.
Dude, he's a good doctor for sure.
She, Jessica Brown.
Oh, Jessica Brown.
Yeah.
Sweet. That brace is legit.
Isn't that pretty sick?
That is legit. So, we are building this bike. I just revealed to the YouTube fam.
Is this the worst bike on Craigslist?
Dude, this thing is by far the worst bike on Craigslist. Yeah, Robert, go ahead.
Got some custom forks
Yeah,
for you, Tyler.
check out. You think the Limegate bike was bad? That's my thumbnail.
We had to pound them out.
Fudge.
Yeah,
How does that even happen?
it's all delaminating. But that right there is like the entire bike in one part. Yeah, both bikes or both forks. Electrolysis is taking hold.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, dude, I didn't even realize that, Rob. That's so funny.
Oh, I knew we had to.
Top valves are no longer good. It's alright. Those things are going in the garbage.
I knew.
The bottoms are good, right? Or no?
The lugs? What? I don't want those forks at all. That's 2000 technology, bro. We're moving up.
What are you gonna put on it?
Dude, I'm looking for like some 08s, like Kayaba Triple S.
Ooh, those
Or-
are gonna be sick.
Yeah, 08,
eBay?
08 plus, something. eBay, Shebay, something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm selling an A-kit back stock if you can make it fit.
Yeah, I don't know if I can make that fit. It would be nice if I could, because that roof shock I just took out of there looks like Father Time had that thing stuck in his back
It's like
chair.
a 110 shot.
I know.
Oh man, I should put it on.
That thing's blown and rusted, and look at how crusty it is. It's just...
And look at how outdated the shaft is. Like,
Oh,
come on, guys, get some flex in there.
it gets better, dude. I mean, this thing is
So, what are you gonna even use on this thing?
like parts.
Yeah.
Well, sponsors came through, so I'm already kind of...
Tusk Racing, shout out Rocky Mountain.
Yup. We got everything wrench rabbit for the rebuild on the engine. We got brand new pivot works all the way back. All balls cables. I mean, we're flexed out. This thing's going to be all brand new. We're getting the frame ready right now. Send it out to powder coating.
Ooh, what color?
I don't want to tell them yet. I can tell
Come
you
on,
off.
dude, it's
I'll
a
tell
color.
You off.
I'm putting you on the spot.
So I left it up to them. So inside that box right now is the entire bottom end, less all the bearings.
Yeah.
I'm sending it back east to a homie of the channel, Andrew. He's going to vapor blast the whole bottom end cases.
Sick.
But here's the thing, and I was talking to Addie about this too. I think it would be sick as you know what to black bomb this thing. You've seen engines when they're totally black, but they got all brand new hardware and gaskets. Like they look
clean.
It looks clean.
It looks really clean.
And I'm thinking black frame, black swing arm, and then we'll have some sick suspension.
Oh, black subframe too, though.
Black subframe too.
Yeah, I hate that look where people do the frame and then not do the swing arm and then not do the subframe.
Right. No, I'm not on that game. We're black.
Yeah.
Just the Black Widow totally going on here.
I like it.
So, but I'm sending him over to Andrew. He's going to spend all that time vapor blasting those cases, making them look OEM again, and then I'm going to go spray paint, or not spray paint. I'll have like Bobby Benson do some sick powder coating on the cases. But
yeah,
is that what you vote, black cases, or do you want the vapor blast?
I think if you do black everything, I would prefer vapor blast on the motor.
So it's just super clean. Everything looks brand new, super clean.
Because I feel like almost like it'll just look like a black blob. I mean, it's gonna look like a show bike because it'll be like.
You gotta remember, it's gonna be an enduro bike too, so all that black is gonna look pretty roached.
I know.
After it gets some mud on it.
Vapor blast and get some trick parts in the motor just to like make it almost where the motor is the centerpiece.
Like black accents everywhere.
Yeah, and then like get some blingy shit for the motor.
I am feeling it. Good ideas. I'm scared that spiders are gonna fall out of this thing when I take it off. What?
Holy mackerel! Is that grease?
No way!
Man, I didn't know. I didn't think
What
these
about
people
top
knew
there?
what grease was.
Oh man! Oh dude, you know what this means? I can reuse this. This is still mint. Let's go,
Let's
baby.
go. Melanie, how excited are you?
So excited.
Pumped.
You look so excited.
Anything dirt bike, she's pumped.
Yeah. Moto is life.
Moto live.
You're taking my friend Bethany to the wedding.
Push that through that crusty old shaft. Oh, is that one frozen in time?
I haven't hit it yet.
The hammer's over there by that shock. We need a nickname for this thing.
Hey.
How about Bruce Lee?
Bruce Lee! Need a... Oh, no, it's coming. It's coming. There might be grease on this one, too. Keep wiggling.
Get some leverage on it.
Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. You can do it. Oh. No, this one's got rust grease on it. But
WD.
it'll buff out.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to do that, right?
What?
Pull that with my finger.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. Just you got to balance it. Push from the middle right here.
Oh, there we
The
go.
sleeve's
That was the
done.
secret.
Oh, the sleeve is frozen on this thing. Oh, man.
Oh, you're getting it.
There we go.
Give me the phone. When one guy doesn't work, you always got to call a second guy in.
Bird's nest. Bird's nest.
It is coming together, folks. Or coming apart, more like it.
Yeah, it's coming apart. Now we just got to take off foot pegs, fill in all the holes with bolts, send it off to CIP powder coating in Buellton, California.
And this thing is gonna be looking sick.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. God, there's so much rust.
Everything needs a hammer.
Dude, everything. I mean, look at how much rust is on this thing. Like, no wonder. Gonna need all new pins, springs.
Damn.
Like, this guy couldn't leave one part salvageable on this. He had
What do you mean? You're talking, dude.
The forks.
Yeah, the headset, dude.
Oh, yeah, the greased headset.
Yeah. Amateur hour here.
Harbor Freight Tools.
Amateur hour. We got to get some snap on here.
Harbor Freight Tools.
No way.
Come on, Robert.
Come on, Robert. That ain't gonna happen.
We don't even have to be nice to this. We're gonna get a new one. God.
Dude, just get a punch
I'm
and a
gonna get
hammer.
punch.
Stop messing around.
I know.
We want to do real redneck stuff around here.
That comes natural, bro. The redneck stuff comes natural. Where's that hammer?
Yeah.
The bigger hammers.
There's Mona Lisa right there.
2 of them.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
Right tools for the job.
Yeah, but look at that orange crusty.
I still see a lot of metal on that thing.
Minty.
Minty fresh.
I don't know. Just powder coat the pegs. Reuse those.
Yeah, we good. A little bent. Dude, well, get some aftermarket platforms, bro. We don't need to be using those skinny bent stock ones.
Dude, these back in 2000 were big. They were like extra wide foot pegs.
Yeah, but now these things aren't as big as 110s.
That's true. This feels a lot like your bike after San Diego, bro.
I know, right? It's probably what my bike's gonna look like. But that's actually another project we gotta do.
Yep. The Limegate bike.
The Limegate bike.
Holy crap. Coming out of the top.
All right.
Oh,
Alright, pegs are off, folks.
Dude. Bare frame. Alright guys, so she is completely torn down, ready to go, foot pegs off, and we went in and put in bolts inside all of the holes. I think I told you guys, if you didn't hear last time, when you send a frame off to powder coating, you want to make sure and put bolts inside all the holes, because if you don't, the guy who's powder coating is just going to powder coat right over it, and then it just gets powder coating all inside the threads, and then you have to go through with the chasing tool and chase out all the threads, and it's a big pain in the butt. Instead, just throw in some old junky hardware, as long as the threads are good everywhere inside the frame, and then you'll just have some powder coated bolts when you get it back that you can either keep or throw away. But either way, I'm getting a whole brand new Bolt MX hardware kit for this thing, so it's going to be blinging with all new hardware, so I'm looking forward to that. So next video, guys, we're going to go drop this thing off to CIP Powder Coating in Billet, California. We're going to continue to tear down all of these extras that we got to do. We got to take the tires off, cut out the spokes, because it takes way longer to unlace a rim. It's just so much faster to just cut out the spokes, especially because we're not going to reuse them. And then gonna hopefully get a hold of Bobby Benson again, have him powder coat the hubs, the outers, and have him do the front set as well. And then in the meantime, guys, until you see the next video, I'm just going to be sourcing suspension. I really want to find 06, 07, 08, 09 plus. So I'll say 06 and up. If any of the YouTube fam out there has it, let me know. But I'm looking for front forks with triple trees and a rear shock from a YZ250 06 and up. So hit me up, guys. I mean, I know if you guys want to, charge me some money for it, that's fine. But that's what I need to make this thing everything that I want it to be for an enduro bike. And we need to make this thing totally sick, like nothing you guys have seen. So that's it for now. Like I said, we're gonna package this up, send it out. I got the engine going out to Andrew. Big thank you again to Andrew for taking care of those engine cases for me. And then Robert and I were just gonna go through this whole entire box. This is everything that we took off of the bike. It's just insane, like how much stuff we have to go through, find out if we want to save, keep, or throw it away. Obviously, we got junky old radiators. That one's got a little diagonal tilt to it, so we're going to need some radiators. But guys, yeah, so we got a lot to do. We got a lot to do still, but I have no doubt that we're going to get this thing done in no time. So, like I said, definitely like the video. You guys know what we go through to make these videos for you. I really appreciate a like, subscribe. Check out Tyler Enticknap's channel over there. He's been putting out a lot of content lately, and really stoked about his journey coming back from 2 injuries back-to-back. One, a lot of people don't know about is you hurt the scaphoid first from the Indonesia in Atlanta.
Yes. Yes, Indonesia and Atlanta.
And then you muscled out the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I know it hurt.
We kind of muscled out. I mean, we muscled out a few rounds, a few press days, and then unfortunately, I got landed on in Nashville.
Right.
And I was like, oh yeah, like my wrist is hurting, but I'll have like at least 3 months. So unfortunately, I'm still dealing with my wrist, but we're on the mend. I got to screw in. Hopefully 6 weeks is the date and time that I'll be riding.
What's actually kind of a crack up is if you guys go back to like our Daytona video and you watch the Daytona video, you'll hear Ty mention a couple times. He goes, I did a couple laps in practice, but I really want to, save my wrist. I'm going to go back to the room and ice it. And then he's always talking about, I'm going to put on the CBD roll on. I'm going to use, ice. I'm going to be taking anti-inflammatories. He's talking about that trip in Atlanta when he fell down in the rhythm section, went endo really hard, put his hands down, and broke his scaphoid. We went over to the doc. And he x-rayed it. He saw a crack, but it looked like it was from a previous injury, but it wasn't. It was from that night. So he toughed it out, rode with a broken wrist for a couple more rides. Let's see, you did Indy after that. You did Seattle, Texas.
And then Nashville.
And then Nashville when you got landed on and broke your pelvis.
Yeah, so I did 4 or 5 rounds.
So 4 rounds with a broken wrist. I mean, I would be crying like a little baby if I even tried to do something like that. So anyways, guys, enough about that. Anyway, go check out Ty's channel. Go throw him a subscribe. Check out all of our race videos. It's a crack up. Him and I, when we get together, we do some pretty silly stuff. And it was a good season. It was a lot of fun. Not the results that him and I wanted, but you know what? That's racing. But guys, go check him out. But anyways, from the Shop Garage, whatever, this is Clint Lund with Lund MX. Love you guys. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. That's a promise. Just keep a lookout for these videos. They're coming. Peace.